Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, I'm about to plug in my main mic. Sorry, it's been a I was late with today's episode, and yes, it's been a very busy week. I do apologize profusely for that, but this is Android Weekly, where we give you all the latest news, what happened during the week, and then proceed to go answering your questions. Now, we get emailed questions at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com every week, and we pick out about 5 to answer. If you watch live, though, you get the benefit of asking your question live and getting it answered live. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If anyone is watching, please make sure to let me know you can hear me, just so I know that everything's going okay. And yes, hopefully it'll be fine. All right, now let's start off with the news. What happened during the week? All right, first the big news was, of course, we got the G4. That's right, the LG G4 has been revealed without LG wanting to. Yes, it basically came out, and we now know pretty much everything about it because it got leaked on their own microsite, and when it got leaked, it got everywhere. So what does it have? Well, we're going to have the Snapdragon 810 processor, 2 gigs of RAM, unfortunately. Well, there'll be a 2 gig RAM and 16 gig of storage version, and there'll be a 3 gig of RAM with 32 gig version. There is a replaceable battery with 3,000 milliamps, so pretty big battery. They're keeping about the same size as last year's. And they are going to have a 13 megapixel on this device, and it will have the f1.8 lens. So we'll see how it compares to others on the market. It's not going to be as thin, though. It's still going to be 8.9 millimeters compared to like the 6 millimeters or 7 millimeters that are on other smartphones now. So it's not going to be as thin, but it's stylish, and it's taking the leather concept from the Note series. So what do you guys think? Are you guys kind of wowed by this? For me, it's a little underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, they put leather on the G3. That's for the most part. I mean, we'll see how it performs. We'll see how it does, and we'll see how that Snapdragon 810 processor does on this device. It's always kind of wary, so we'll see how it does on there. In the second bit of news, although these are not real and we wish they were, Samsung did say that no, there is not Avenger-themed S6 or S6 Edges coming. However, they did provide Avengers theme on the theme store for the S6 and the S6 Edge. And the big thing that they can say is that there will be Samsung accessories for Avengers. So there will be some Samsung accessories that Avengers will be coming out with. That has been confirmed now, so we do have accessories coming, and really, I can't wait. Definitely can't wait to see what they come up with. I think they'll sell immensely, and the question is how much money will I give Samsung to get a Iron Man cover or whatever I have to get from them? Because yes, I will give them my money. All right, moving right along onto Samsung. That's right, where there will be an S6 active. It has already been spotted in AT&T's inventory. So there will be an S6 active as opposed to the regular S6. You can see the two different model numbers right here. And that has been confirmed now. So despite what everyone kind of thought or whatnot, there will be an S6 active. That has now been confirmed that it's coming out. So the question is, how will it differ from the S6? How will it change from the S5? What are we going to see more of? I'm really curious to see what you guys think, especially since it will be a thicker device, but it's supposed to have a 3,500 milliamp battery if you believe the rumors. Will we believe the rumors? Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm really curious. I just don't know what they're going to do to it. How is it going to be different? It's going to be more rugged. Obviously, they could have a bigger battery, but will it be? That's the question. And will it be an exclusive again? Quite frankly, I wish the active series would go to every carrier instead of just AT&T. But I get it, they usually sign exclusivity deals and pay more money. Up next, we have a new HTC, and that is the HTC One M9 Plus, and it's going to the Chinese market. That's pretty much it. But yeah, it's not going to the U.S. market from everything we can see. It's just it will not be in the U.S. market. That's the main thing we got. It does have a physical key button, and it does have a fingerprint scanner on there. You do have front-facing speakers. You do have a quad HD display. You have an octa-core processor, but it's from MediaTek, so I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. You do have 3 gigs of RAM, and of course, you still have the same kind of camera quality on 20 megapixels on the back and ultra pixels on the front, which, as we've kind of heard by now, is not that impressive. It will come in the same 3 colors as the other devices. So which one are you going to get, or will you actually get the international version? Quite frankly, I don't see anything too much special with this device compared to the regular one. I mean, for the extra cost, I just don't see an appeal for it. Nothing to get me, at least, to get the international version compared to the M9. It's about the same thing with a quad HD display and a fingerprint sensor, which it's a swipe one as far as we know. So I just don't know. It's not appealing to me. Is it appealing to you? Let me know in your comments down below. And Note 5. That's right. We are already talking about the Note 5, guys. And first and foremost, will it be a 4K display? I don't really think it's necessary. I'm not sure if you guys do, but I don't really think it's necessary. However, supposedly there will be a 4K display phone before the end of this year. I think this is foolish, to be honest. Don't get me wrong. I will be amazed, of course. I'll think it's great. But right now, the displays are killing our battery as it is. I really 1080p or fine. If you want to go 1440, that's great. But really, I think you should save UHD or 4K resolution for a tablet. I don't think it needs to be on a phone. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Quite frankly, I just don't care enough. I really don't. It's going to drain my battery more, and it's not necessary. I can't notice 4K display at that small resolution. You just can't. You physically, your eyes cannot see the difference. So I don't see the point. And in other news, the Samsung Gear A. That's right. We finally have a name for code Orbius, and it is called the Gear A. Why wouldn't it be called the Gear? Well, I guess it couldn't call it the Gear Circle, actually, or Gear C. How about Gear C? So it's really interesting. The dial will have a place, which we've already known, but it's really interesting to see how far Samsung go or what they'll really have. And I'm curious, what do you guys think about this device? Do you think it will be a hit? Will it be Tizen? As it really seems like it'll be Tizen, but it also, of course, could have a Google Now version. Quite frankly, I would have 2 versions. One with Android Wear and one with Tizen. One with Tizen can be the 4G version, and the regular Bluetooth version can be Android Wear. That would be my kind of solution for it, but we'll see how it goes. And finally, in the last bit of news, we already did this one last week, so we're good with that one. All right, so now let's get to the questions that were asked during the week. If you have a question, make sure to ask it at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com, and I will answer all of your questions if I can get to them. Obviously, we get a lot of questions, but I will always try to get to them. All right, so let's go with the first one, which is from Chris Barnes. Chris Barnes, you asked, what do you have to do to get continuous scrolling on the Galaxy S6? Get a launcher. There is no way to get infinite scrolling without getting a launcher on your S6 or S6 Edge. It is quite unfortunate. I wish I were kidding, but you cannot do it without getting a launcher, and that will allow you to go around. It really sucks. I don't know why Samsung decided to go this route. I guess they were going for a simpler phone, but to people like me, I have to have an infinite scroll. So when I get my S6 Edge, which I'm going to attempt to make it my daily driver, I will be putting a launcher on there so I can infinitely scroll. I can't be without it. It's something I have to have. So yes. But that is the unfortunate answer. All right. Explain how to speed up. Oh, Dustin Hale actually had the same question. He was watching on how to speed up the Note, and he was wondering, or Note Edge, and he was wondering how to get the phone to scroll all the way through. Oh, wait, yours is on the Note Edge. Then if you're in the US, you have Verizon, because that's the only one that can't infinitely scroll. But the same thing, the only way to get to scroll is having something like a launcher. So on my Note Edge right here, I can infinitely scroll. And that's because I have a launcher. So if you don't have a launcher, I recommend you guys looking at my Nova launcher video, and it's a great video to make sure you know what a launcher is and the benefits it can add to your phone. Hello, RICKY. Hello. Felicia asked, I was watching your videos on YouTube and I was just wondering how to, or if the S5 option can do three-way calling like the Note 3 or S4. I make a call and add a call, then merge. There's no option to merge a call on hang up only with one. Got it. So you're wondering if you can do three-way calling through the built-in one. Unfortunately, no. What you would have to do is call the first person and then have the second person call you, and then you can merge them. So you just can't call the two numbers and merge them. That's the thing. You can't do that on the S5 and Note 4. I've seen it on the. I don't know why that happened. I'm not sure if it was a carrier thing, because on my international one, I can tell you I still can do it on the S6, and I was able to on my international Note 4. But I noticed on the carrier versions you cannot. So my guess is it's a carrier thing that they took them off in the US. I don't know why, but it is something that did occur. So yes, just to let you know, you cannot do it with the built-in ones. Now you can try a third-party dialer. If you just go on the Play Store and type in dialer. I haven't really used third-party dialers. I just haven't had the need to, so I never had to use them. But they have a lot of them. They have True Dialer, EX Dialer, and they have Dialer Plus. I would probably use one of those three, since those are the highest rated right off the bat on the Play Store. I would use one of those three to see if you can do it, but it is something with the carrier versions that they just took off. All right, Alex Rudd. Hey, Alex. I would like to have the quick camera launch on the S6. I was wondering if there's an app that will allow to do this on my Note 4. Yes, there is. Now, it's just a matter of getting to it, and then I can tell you where it is. Okay. Older. I'm looking for right now, Alex. Ah, here we go. So you can use this app, Alex. It is called Home 2. You can use the Home 2 app, and it will allow Home 2 shortcut, sorry, and it will allow your double press to turn into a launch feature for whatever app you choose. So that could be camera, could be calculator, could be pretty much any app you have on your phone. But yeah, in my opinion, the most useful one would be that. And you can do lots of other functions, but the double tap one is probably the most notable and quickest one you can use. So yes, Home 2 shortcut is what you're thinking of. All right. Maria asked, let me know the silver phone holder you used on all your phones. I have Googled it, but can't find it. I did reveal this the last 2 episodes, but I know everyone keeps asking me, so I will attempt to find it really quickly. Oh, okay. So while I look for that, you're asking, should I wait for the Note 5 or should I get the S6? That's a very good question. First and foremost, what I usually base that off of is the fact, do you more so use a phone for its bigger screen and longer battery life, or do you like it smaller and compact and camera? Because that's the difference right now. In the S6 does have the much better camera compared to every other smartphone, and it's compact, light size. The Note series, however, is the bigger screen, and the Note 5 will have pretty much every feature that the S6 has. So it depends if you want to wait or not. If you would like to wait, then yes, I would recommend if you want the bigger screen and longer battery life, the Note 5 will provide that from the S6 and have everything the S6 has. If those two features don't really appeal to you as much, then you're not going to want to go with it. It just doesn't make sense for you to go with it then. So those are going to be the main features that I would stick to and try to find. So those are the main things that I would personally recommend. And now I will show you the stand that I used. So this is a stand. It is a tablet stand, desktop, universal, compact, aluminum, mobile stand. And yes, you can just look up this name and look up tablet stand, and you'll find it right away. $10.98. Pretty simple and easy. And yes, I've had it for a long time, since February. So that is the one that I've really liked because it's multiple viewing angles and it just feels really sturdy and constructive. So that's the one I use. All right, let's see if there is any live viewer questions down below. And yes, there are some. Let me refresh this and see if we can get more. All right, so let's see. Did you guys get the S6 or the S6 Edge? I want one so bad, but my contract won't end until next year. I am sorry, Drisnauman? Oh, Dr. Snowman. Snowman. Is that it? Yeah, I did get the S6, and my S6 Edge is coming in tomorrow. So we will start doing videos on those. We have the gold one we're actually getting, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, my gold S6 Edge will be coming in tomorrow. And yes, I did start off with getting the S6. So I had the S6, now I'm going to have the S6 Edge, and that's how it happened. Do you think that the S6 lines lost some functionality overall? Oops, sorry, it's going more down. Do you think the S6 lines lost some functionality overall that Samsung is known of? My main concern is the life of the battery. I am not on a contract, I'm guessing, so I would pay full price. Got it. And then you said you meant the S6 Edge. So do I think they lost some functionality overall that Samsung is known for? Oh wait, I've not gotten it yet. I will in September. I'm going for the S6. For me, I don't see you using it. So yeah, the Edge functionality. I've said this before in other videos, but the reason why people buy the Edge is for the look. look, there's some really cool features. The fact that, you know, you can put your phone down and see your 5 favorite contacts color come up is really nice for work and school. Really great for those purposes. So for that kind of stuff, I really think it's going to be good. However, would it really benefit most customers? Some. My favorite feature, as I've said plenty of times, is the night clock feature. I just like it for the fact that at night my clock is just like that right on my bedside. I love that. And it's something that I've grown accustomed to. Now, again, is this worth a $100 increase? No. But one thing I will say about the S6 Edge is so far right now, everything is pointing, and I'll test this out of my review, but everything is pointing to it lasting half an hour to an hour longer than the S6, which is something that a lot of people don't talk about, that the battery is bigger on the S6 Edge. Because it uses less of the screen too, you can expect it makes sense that it would last longer. If it does or not, truly, well, we'll find that out when we get it. So we'll see how that works or it doesn't. All right, Kronos. Hey, what's up, Kronos? My coworker and I have a problem. He doesn't keep his phone locked at home because of his wife. Is there a good app that will erase phone logs, text messages, with his wife or girlfriend not knowing? I actually do have a video on this, Kronos DB, and it is how to what the heck is that video called? How to hide things from your boyfriend or girlfriend on any Android. I believe it's called. Let's see. Did I call it that? Let me see. I'm gonna check it out. My channel. I think I called it that. Let me just type in hide. Okay, so let's see. Can I share this? Yes, I can. So right here, how to hide everything from your boyfriend or girlfriend on Android. That will allow you to hide photos, videos, files, and I believe call logs as well. And it does not look like anything you're thinking of. So yes, on the S6, by the way, or wait, which phone did he have actually? Let me switch back. Whoa, sorry, a lot of questions. Dang, okay, sorry, a lot of questions, trying to see. Okay, so we'll erase his phone calls, text messages, and logs. So, so for it should do that by itself. Well, you can hide text messages so they can't even see. So you can actually keep the text messages and they won't know. With phone logs, you can always just delete them, and it doesn't. No one would know if you deleted them. So that one I would just, you know, you can just delete. It won't erase all of them, but that's what you don't want. You don't want them to erase all. You can pick and choose which ones you can delete, and it's that simple. At least on the S6 and the newer phones out there. All right, let me try to scroll back to see. What is your favorite feature of the S6 and S or Edge? Well, actually, that is about to come out. We have the 10 best features video of the S6 coming out probably within the next 3 days. And those will be up and running, so you'll get to see the 10 best features. A little preview. If someone asked me off the top of my head, what would be the best feature of the S6? The camera. I might literally have to do a separate video just on the best features of the camera, because the camera blows everything I've ever used out of the water. And you'll see it in our upcoming video comparison, which I know I said I would do last week and I haven't had a chance to put it up. And that is the S6 versus the S5 in low light. When you see these two devices side by side, it blows your mind just how dramatically different they are. So yes, look forward to that. But that would have to be my favorite feature, just the quality of it. My second, tied to the camera, would actually be one thing I love is that the double press for a home launch. I've fallen in love with that. I use it every day. There's not one day when I don't use that. So that's one of my favorite things. All right. Do you think the Note 5 will lose the SD card slot like the S6? It depends. It depends. If the backlash, here's the thing, right? The S6, we'll see how it sold over the weekend. Probably tomorrow. We'll probably find out tomorrow how the Galaxy S6 sold over the weekend. Now, after the first month, we'll get the monthly projections, which the S5 was 11 million at 30 days. So we'll see how quickly the S6 gets to that. If the S6 is dramatically higher in sales compared to the S5, I do not see them needing an SD card for the Note series because people didn't care as much as they say. Now, us tech people would care, I would say, but the majority of people might not care as much as, we kind of represent them online. Now, there is something to be said that the Note customers are different from the S series customers. Note customers are usually the power users, the ones that, really strain the phone out. But yeah, I would say that the success of the S6 will determine if the Note 5 has a micro SD card slot or not. That's what I believe. But yes. I don't find myself using more than 32 gig anyways. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't see themselves using more. And that's the thing. And with cloud storage getting more and more, it is something that, the argument can definitely be made. I have 100 gigs of Google Drive. I have 65 gigs of OneDrive. I have 50 gigs of Dropbox. Do I need everything on my device physically? Probably not. Do I like it? Yes. Am I going to strain myself by getting a 65 gig Note, or sorry, not Note Edge, S6 Edge? Absolutely. We'll see if I can survive it. If I can't, you better believe I'm going to let you guys know. All right. My S6 is always lit. Do you have this problem? No, Phil, I do not have that problem. S6 flash. Looks like your flash is always lit. That was a known issue that some S6 flash were having issues like out of the box. If you continue to have this issue, I would simply I would simply return it. Now, one thing to make sure of that not everyone notices, but if you actually, hold on one second. If you actually look in all of your features on the S6, there is going to be a flashlight. Now, I put it up at the top, but if you had it right here, maybe it got hit by accident and it was on. And if you don't have it in your top ones, well, then you don't know that it's on. So check that. But if that's not, it is a known issue. So I would return it right away and exchange it for a new one. Plain and simple. Yes, you can erase the call log on the settings. Hi, can you please do a gaming comparison on the Note 4 and S6? I don't know if I'll be able to do a gaming comparison, in all honesty with you, desktop. The reason why is because gaming reviews in general are hard to maneuver around that camcorder over there. So you see that corner, right? To have me and someone else playing the same game or editing that and then doing a voiceover, it takes a lot of time. I probably won't be able to do a gaming comparison. However, you better believe there will be a gaming review on the S6 and the S6 Edge. So there will be gaming reviews. However, I just, because of time restraints, and I have a lot of those right now, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a gaming comparison. However, I will do a gaming review on that one, and I have done gaming reviews on the Note 4. So you can kind of see the difference and see if there's any lag to it. Whoa, sorry guys. You guys are blowing me up right now. Let me see. this would be a standard app for all guys. I know, right? This, yeah, I personally put that app to show to people that, you know, this is how you can, not only for cheating, but if someone searches it, you know, they're going to see that's what he's doing. And then if they see that audio manager that you were hiding things from them, well, then you got caught. So yeah. You don't need an app for the functionality, I don't think. Yeah, to erase certain things, you don't need a functionality for. Is there a price drop on the Note 4 after the S6 and S6 Edge came out? They actually did a price drop on the Note 4 the month or the week after it was announced. When the S6 was announced, there was a price drop on it. It dropped about $50 to $100 depending on the carrier. But yeah, that was about it. That's all that they need to do right now because the Note 4 is still selling well. So they don't really need to drop it more than that. And until the Note 5 comes out or until it's more towards the end of its life cycle, you're not going to see the Note drop. It doesn't need to. It still sells. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Pretty One. I'm not sure how your name goes. I get the pretty part, but love Pretty in Blue. There you go, Pretty in Blue. Yeah, I got your name. Pretty in Blue. Thank you for that. Icon, logs, menus, select all, and delete. You could select all, but I think if you're trying to hide the log, you don't want to delete them all, but select the ones you want to and then delete those. How upset are you of the loss of the SD card on the S6? I don't know yet. So my S6 has been my tester phone right now, right? So it's been my tester phone. It has not been my main phone. My main phone, I'm going to attempt to make it the S6 Edge, which I'm getting tomorrow. I will not have a memory card on that one. I did get the 64 gig because 32 gigs is not enough for me, never been enough for me. So I will see how mad I get about not. Am I going to fill the 64 gig ups really fast? This is something I have to wait and see. I can't, you know, get mad yet because I haven't had to have it as my daily driver. My S6, there's nowhere near the amount of stuff that I put on my personal phone on that phone. And even that phone's already at, I think, 20. I think I have like only 5 gigs available. So I'm a power user. I definitely am. I'm going to see if I need the SD card or not. This will be the test with the S6 Edge. And I think I will literally do a video. Do I miss the micro SD card on the S6 and S6 Edge? I think I will literally do a video on that one just to get that, you know, see how it is after a month of making it my daily driver. Am I running out of space? Do I need more or not? We'll see. Was a little upset, but got over it quick. Going for the 64 gig, it was always there, but never used to be honest. But that's me. So you never, I mean, yeah, so every user is different. And that's the whole thing that because users are different, you know, we have some that will use the full storage and won't use the full storage. Me, I use the full storage. So it's going to be interesting since I'm going to be capped. So it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. What version of the Note 4 is the best gaming? Exynos or Snapdragon? So here's the thing. In every benchmark test we've seen, and what I believe will happen with the gaming comparison, Snapdragon has a much better graphics card. However, the Exynos is a better processor. So you come across the age-old question, what matters more, processor or graphics card in gaming? The truth is both are important, and that's the truth. It's just going to be determined to see how much better one is than the other. The Exynos graphics card has not performed well on any of the benchmark tests, but those are benchmark tests, so we don't know if that's going to be the same. The Snapdragon processor has always performed well with the game reviews, as you guys have seen on my channel. So it's really kind of hard to see what it is to have it like that. Can you do a 30-day challenge with non-Samsung phones? It would be cool to see what you find out about the phone. Um, Actually, Danny, I actually have done that plenty of times. As my again, I have two phones, so I guess in that aspect, I usually have a Samsung phone. But my tester phone switches. I'm going to get the HTC M9 this week, so I'll be testing that one out I'll be testing that one out for about a month, so about 30 days too. And so yeah, I test them out, but yes, traditionally I have gone back to what I feel are the better phones for the past 2 years, which would be Samsung's. Before it fluctuated more. I was going from LG to Samsung to HTC. Now it's pretty much been I've always gone back to Samsung. I can tell you right now, the things that I've typically missed, which not everyone does, but things I typically miss are split screen. I cannot stand not having split screen. You may ask, oh, who uses split screen? I use it every day, actually. I drive a lot for my day-to-day work. So when I do, I have split screen on YouTube and navigation. I use it every day, and I can't stand not having it. So that's a big thing for me. I have to have split screen, and I get annoyed when I don't have it. LG is getting better at their split screen, so that's the one that I can kind of last with longer. But that's one of the pet peeves that I have right away. I don't like certain things about certain phones. So like the G3, I hated. I didn't like the battery life, and I didn't like the visibility outside. I wish I would have got the Flex 2. LG said they were going to send me it. Never got it. It really sucked for that purpose, but I was really excited about that phone, but never got it. So what you're gonna do? That one I thought I would have had a really fun time with. The G4, we'll see about that one, but it's from the hardware side. I want to see what features they're giving me. What features are going to be the better ones to do to go with? So yeah, that's going to be some of the main things about that phone. But yeah, I mean, I've done phones. The one that I will admit I haven't been able to do for more than a week is an iPhone. Oh my God, I cannot do an iPhone for more than a week. Every time I've done an iPhone, I cringe. I cringe. It's just it's so bad for a techie to have an iPhone. They just don't mix. They don't. Even if you jailbreak it, it's just a slow, pathetic Android. So I just don't see the point of jailbreaking an iPhone. I never have. But yes, so that's going to be my experiences when not using Samsung devices. Again, I am open to using like a One Plus One, all these different phones, and I play around with them. But yeah, for 30 days, it is long. I only do it for flagships, except for the iPhone. I can't do that for a flagship. But for the G3, I had it for a month, and I was using it every day. Same thing with the HTC One M8. Had it for a month, used it every day. And yeah, I went back each time because I just wasn't as impressed. Again, that's my opinion. All right. But what do you recommend for gaming? I have not, because I got my S6, went on a cruise, came back, did a bunch of videos. I have not been able to play my video games as much as I would like to on my phone. However, I do promise that I will try to play more games, and I will do a gaming review before the week's end. I will record it, and it should be up within the first week or so, within about a week or so. When that is up, I will make sure to comment if I recommend this for gaming or not. If I see the S6 does not perform as up to my standards in gaming, then I would say maybe you want to get the Snapdragon version instead. But overall, I see the Snapdragon versus the Exynos on the Note 4. I would probably go with the Snapdragon. The Exynos on the S6, however, would probably do better with gaming than the last Exynos. The last Exynos I feel wasn't fine-tuned enough. This Exynos I feel is fine-tuned, which is one of the reasons why Samsung made it their main chip and didn't go with Snapdragon at all. All right, guys. We will end it there. Glad you guys came on board. And look, I know I was supposed to do 2 videos tonight. Actually, I was supposed to do nothing but an S6 video. Unfortunately, I had to do my taxes today. That went way over time to what I thought it would be, and I had a lot of work with my main job, my day-to-day job, and I was working plus 12-hour days. So unfortunately, I I did not have the time to set things up as I normally would, which is why I was half an hour late today starting to. However, next week, I promise you, we'll have an S6 video. Everything you want to find out about the S6, I will answer those questions. And then we will have our regular Android Weekly one. I will do a video for it tomorrow so that you guys can start asking all your questions, and I will answer them live. All right, guys. Thank you for all of you that are watching. Please give a like, thumbs up. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.